So good morning from day 2 on the Camino Invierno. Slept like a log last night in that wonderful community albergue, and I just felt really lucky to have the use of a facility like that, so well maintained. And I also felt a little bit sad that we were the only 4 people there, and the last people to check in were like 3 days ago, so it feels a bit underused, so can't recommend that place highly enough. Anyway, cracking sunrise this morning. Feels like it's going to be hotting up quite soon. We're just passing the Castillo on my right. Might go and have a look at that because we've got a short day today. It's only going to be about 10 kilometers because of the big day, or biggish 16k. But by taking the edge off, our initial day 1 yesterday, we've got time to kill this afternoon, and I'm really looking forward to that because I think too often, a lot of us, me included, we kind of race on a bit and look to do quite a big distance each day to get to Santiago. But also it kind of reminds me that it's important to take a look around and really enjoy and experience the places that we're passing through. So definitely going to be doing that this afternoon at Las Medulas. And although I'm hungry now, obviously because of last night's lack of dinner, literally all we had last night was some chocolate that Mo and Gordon had left over in their bag, some melted digestives, and some nuts that Joe had with him. It was an unusual feast that we cobbled together, but most importantly, we didn't go to bed with rumbling stomachs. Anyway, let's see what this castle's like. So just a quick note to say that our early morning foray into castle exploration was short-lived because it doesn't actually open until 10 a.m. So there goes that one. Nice to see from the outside though. And onward we go in search of breakfast and coffee. So something really funny just happened. We're walking down from the castle and a car pulls up beside us and the window rolls down, and it was a lady, and she goes, "Hi, I'm Christina," and that Christina is the lady who runs the albergue we stayed in last night and gave us the key code to get in. And she asked us how the albergue was, and she also said she's got the key for the castle, she's driving up there now to unlock it. Did we want to go back, but we're kind of too far down now, but just kind of funny. So the lady also opens the castle. So we've just left the town of Berenes, which is very small, very quaint, and there wasn't a single place open at all to get any breakfast. No restaurants, no cafes, no shops, nothing. So we're still running on the fumes of last night's makeshift supper. Fingers crossed the next town will have something, but I would advise strongly, if you are doing this particular stretch and this route that we've done, to get yourself some food in Ponferrada and enough to make yourself dinner in the evening and some breakfast. We're about 6.5k now down, so I think we've probably got another hour of walking until we reach where we're staying this evening. But we've got some rumbling tummies. So take note of the signpost I just showed you there, because if you're doing the route that we're doing, where we're going to Orelán and not Las Medulas, we've actually turned left there and we're walking up a tarmac road to head to the town of Orelán, rather than the Camino path, which would take us on to Las Medulas, which is the more common way to go and in all of the books. Reason being is that there's no accommodation free in Las Medulas this evening. It was all fully booked. So that's what we're doing, just in case you were wondering. So that's the end of day 2, and it was a real day of two halves. Started off this morning nice and early with the intention of getting some breakfast and some refreshments in the next village. Didn't find anything. Went on to another village, nothing open there at all. I don't know if that's because of the season and it being Easter weekend, but we ended up doing 14 kilometers today on empty stomachs. Luckily we had water, but it was challenging in the heat. The best thing about it though is that the scenery was so breathtaking. It was a really lovely walk that it didn't actually dampen anyone's spirits, that we were ravenous, and we reached our accommodation in Oralan about 1:30 this afternoon, where we had such a big lunch. Loads of like chunks of like sourdough bread, and just really carved up and replenished our fuel stores. After that though, we decided to go up to the Mirador de Orlen, which is about 1.5k from where we're staying, and up there they've got this like tourist attraction where you can go in the mines, the old Roman mines, with our hard hat on, and we stayed up there for about 5 hours actually. We were able to buy a couple of cans of Coke and a few beers, and we just watched the sunset, all 4 of us, and it was just delightful. One of my most favourite Camino experiences of all the Caminos I've done so far. If you are planning on coming on the Invierno and you want to see Las Medulas, which I would say is an amazing thing and I would strongly urge you to do, I'd actually say Oralan, where we're staying tonight, is probably the place to do that from in terms of basing yourself, because we've just walked up there now, a couple of extra steep kilometres, but on the way down it took about 15 minutes, and it's a really handy spot, especially if you want to go to that visitors attraction where you put the hard hat on and go down through the Roman mines. So yeah, can't recommend that wholeheartedly enough, and if you do want to do that, then I would say Oralan, where we're staying this evening, is probably the place to do that from. Can't wait to get started tomorrow now.